Hey frogs and toads, welcome to Dr. Lemco's Creative Club. We got Gus here. We're ready to hang and have an awesome, fun time. So tonight we're doing things a little bit different. Normally I just put music on, make art, give you a prompt, and that's how we've been doing it. Tonight, as you can probably tell, I'm yapping. We're gonna try an art lesson. We're gonna try learning about how to draw and paint faces. I'm no professional, so I printed something off the internet. We're gonna try and do a lesson. No pressure, no expectations, no judgment here. Oh yeah, we're trying another new thing tonight where you can call in. I'll put the, I believe the information's in the description. Where is it? Here we go, sorry. Call in now. The information's in the description. We're taking calls, we're hanging out, we're making art. We're gonna try and learn how to draw and paint faces. Yeah, let's get started. Gus, are you ready to go? Gus is fast asleep. The line is now open. Gus, how you feeling? You ready to get started? Okay, so I guess first things first, here are the materials. I'm gonna gather some materials. Let's start with a sketchbook or any kind of paper that you have. Oops. Any kind of paper will do. Something to sketch with. Here, let's see. So we've got a sketchbook. Let's get some pencils. I'm an HB man myself. Let's get eraser. Eraser. What a crazy invention, the eraser is. What's an eraser made out of? Eraser. Next, check. Let's get some paints. Do we want to do, you could do acrylic, you could do oil paint. Let's go with watercolor though, because I feel like that's the quickest and simplest one. No offense to any watercolorists out there. Brushes, couple of brushes. By the way, like I said, I'm following along a lesson that I printed off the internet. Palette and a water container. What was I getting? Right, water container. A1 liquid. And a reference photo of a face with clear lighting. Oh, what kind of faces do I have? Hold on. Bin full of collage stuff. I bet there's a face in here that I'll want. Let's see what kind of mugs we've got. I want like a clear face that we can actually see details. Let's see. Here we go. There's some good options. For anyone wondering, that's Slick. The man's name was simply Slick. One word, spelt the way you think. Slick. And the other guy was Bob Backlund. I'll let you guess who was Slick and who was Bob Backlund. We've got our supplies. Sketchbook, pencils, eraser, ruler, brushes, palette and water, some paints, and reference photo. We'll try these two. All right, so as a warm-up, let's familiarize ourselves with the basic structure and proportions of the face. Start with a soft oval or egg shape. The narrower end is the chin, and the wider end is the top of the head. I literally pencil through the page. Good start. Divide the oval vertically in half with a light line for symmetry. Got it. Now draw a horizontal line halfway down the oval for the eye line. So that's about halfway. Can you guys even see? It's tough to make out, eh? Maybe I'll do this in darker as opposed to pencil. I like working with marker. Who cares if it's permanent? And we went with a completely different shape than the one underneath it for some reason. And we're gonna take a quick call while I get started here. How you doing?
Great. I got my sketchbook out.
Oh, nice. Making faces?
You know what? We should we're making faces. I was doing a website, but I think I'm gonna do the faces. I'm gonna go with the script here.
Nice. It's good to do faces sometimes.
You know what? You're not wrong. But I feel like I've been doing the same face since I was like 5 years old.
What's your face strategy? Talk me through drawing a face.
You know what? It's less a strategy. It's more about the nose. It's almost like imagine an egg shaped with like an egg shaped face with the nose and the person's always looking sideways.
Yeah, that's anti-Semitic, but I hear you.
All my art is.
So we're that's the point of tonight, is we're here to learn. We're here to figure out how to draw faces, because I certainly don't know either.
I love that.
Where we're at so far is like an egg shape, and then a line down the middle and a line across. And that's as far as we've gotten so far.
Okay, I'm gonna follow you on this actually.
Add another horizontal line halfway between the eye line and the chin. So two across, above and below the middle one.
Okay, are you gonna do it too?
Yeah, you're not seeing it because of the lag. It's gonna happen 15, 14, no, I'm just kidding. You'll see it.
I almost feel like betting. I almost feel like taking bets.
So we've got are 3 lines. Now, eyes. Place small marks along the eye line. Each eye is roughly 1 eyelid width apart. So actually on the first podcast episode, I had an artist named Michael Artisma, and he gave me a fun hack that when you're drawing a face, the line across the face is 5 eyes. So where you place eyes is with 1 eye in the middle and 1 eye on either side, like the eye's length.
Interesting.
Yeah, so the middle one is the eye line. We're gonna draw a loose one in the middle, and then we're gonna draw 2 real ones. And if I was using a pencil, I would erase the one in the middle, but I'm using a marker, so that's just how this person looks. Time for the main event. The base of the nose is about as wide as the space between the eyes. So the base of the nose is as wide as the space between the eyes. Cool.
I'm doing it.
Curve slightly steeper than the bottom curve, and we're going for an almond shape.
Okay.
Inside, draw a circle, the iris, that touches the top and bottom of the almond.
Okay.
A circle? Inside, draw a circle that touches the top and bottom of the almond.
Yeah, in it, I'm guessing. Inside of it.
Okay. This thing's looking creepy as hell.
Yeah, that's a really, are you sure your friend didn't give you instructions to make, what's his name? Sloth and Goonies? I forget what his name is.
Nice topical reference. Add a smaller circle inside for the pupil and leave a small white highlight, a tiny circle, to make it look shiny. So then we're adding a smaller circle and keeping a white dot. We're on eyes. Lightly shade around the iris and darken the top eyelid for depth.
I guess maybe just to establish
more depth to the...
Exactly. Eyeballs.
Cool. He immediately got tired. And then finally add thin curved lines for the eyelashes, starting from the eyelid's edge. So some lashes.
What? On the inside of the eye? Looks like it's on the inside of the eyeball.
Well, I think that's why you're darkening the top flap so that it shows that you got them flaps there, the flappers.
Oh, you know what? Never mind. The lag.
Okay, beautiful eyes. Can you guys see this? Now let's move on. Are you ready to move on to the nose?
You bet I am.
Drawing the nose. Start by drawing a small horizontal oval or U-shape for the bottom of the nose / the nostrils.
Okay.
So start by drawing a small horizontal oval. Like this. Draw 2 curved lines extending upwards from each nostril to the sides of the nose bridge. Keep these light and subtle. So draw 2 curved lines upwards from each nostril. Like this? I'm just guessing right now. I don't think I'm doing this right.
Isn't that the mouth?
No, that's the nose. Mouth goes down here. Mouth goes under nose.
True.
Johnny, look in the mirror.
Yeah, no, it's so true. I'm going to see how you do this.
Okay.
Again, I think it's the lag that's confusing me because...
So we're draw 2 curved lines extending upwards. I'm gonna do it this way. Keep these light and subtle, then shade gently on either side of the bridge to create depth. Make the shading darkest nearest the nostril and gradually lighter towards the bridge. So like, I'm definitely not doing this right. That's first and foremost. But I am kind of creating a new hideous creature that I'm into.
I was about to say I'm kind of liking it too, but it feels like I'm getting very much like a Jason from that was horror movies in the 80s.
Thank you. I think the whole point of what we're doing here is we set out in one direction, and where we end up is going to be beautiful either way. So I like this hideous monster that's coming together. Shade gently on either side of the bridge. Where's the bridge of the nose? Like the top, right?
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little lost, I'm not going to lie.
All right, we're going to move on to the mouth and see what that...
Okay.
Never mind. Draw a horizontal line from the center of the lips where the top and bottom lips meet. This line should have a slight dip in the middle. It's called Cupid's bow. Did you know that?
Never heard of that in my entire
Cupid's
life.
bow. So I think draw a horizontal line for the center of the lips with a Cupid's bow. So let's do that. Oh yeah, that little line made a world of difference. Now above the line, draw a soft M shape for the top lip. Okay. Below the line. What's that?
Yeah, no, it's coming together.
How's yours looking?
A little weird, but in a good way.
I like it.
Like mine looks well fed.
Below the line, draw a rounded curve for the bottom lip. Rounded down or rounded up? What do you think? What do you prefer, down or up?
Wait, say that again?
It said below the line, draw a rounded curve for the bottom lip, but I'm not sure if it's rounded down or rounded up, so I'm letting you guess.
I'm guessing it's like an almond shaped type of thing at this point, no? Like regular lips, so rounded down, kind of like a semicircle.
Yeah, it looks great. That looks perfect. It looks like one of those scary drawings in like an old children's book from like the 1800s.
Totally. Yes.
All right, so now we're moving on to phase 3. The goal is to combine features into a complete face sketch. So now it's saying to restart that we've perfected this, and now it's time to move on to expert mode. We're there.
Okay.
Mazel tov, we did it.
Mazel tov.
Combine the features into a complete face sketch. First, outline the head, draw the oval and guidelines again lightly. So we're gonna do oval-shaped head. We're gonna draw a line across. We're gonna draw a line down the middle. And we're gonna draw one above and one under.
There's no hair instructions for this?
Look who you're talking to.
True. I apologize. That's not a knock, by the way. I'm just...
No, good question though. Hair,
eyebrows, hair.
Well, it gave us lashes, so I think you're just being greedy at this point. And
You're probably right. My expectations are way too high.
it gave us eyelashes and nostrils. I mean, what more do you really want?
Beggars cannot be choosers.
For the eyes, position them on the eye line, leaving one eyelid width of space between them, and add the eyelids and eyebrows above each eye using curved strokes to follow the brow bone. So there you go. Now we're getting eyebrows. So the middle one with an eye width apart, that's good enough. And it said to add eyelids. It just says add eyelids. How do you add an eyelid?
Without the eye? Yeah, there you go.
In this economy. It also says to darken the top, right? So let's do that. And maybe just add like a little bit extra to it. And the brow. How far out does an eyebrow go on either side of an eye socket?
Great question.
I figure like it goes like...
A millimeter?
Yeah,
Depends.
Like a little bit more?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Ears would be really cool on a face. Call me old-fashioned.
Okay, for the nose, place the nostrils on the nose line. Think this is what they meant. No, certainly not. Absolutely not. That's a horrible nose. All right, let's move on to the mouth. Place it on...
You know what, though? This round, your eyes are looking way better.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It said place it on the mouth guidelines. That's gross.
What's going on here? One guy, that guy looks like an idiot. This guy looks like he knows more about what's going on.
Yeah, a little more.
A little more educated.
More concerned about it. Use proportions practiced earlier to align the corners of the mouth with the pupils. So the corners of the mouth align with the pupil. That's good to know. If nothing else, we've learned like 2 things.
Minimum.
Ears. Here we go. Position the tops of the ears between the eye and nose line. So the top of the ear is in the middle of this point. That feels low.
Does feel low. And I'm wondering how you've dropped.
And the bottom of the ears are at the mouth. Is that where ears go?
You know what? I'm looking at my ears on the screen.
It feels hard to believe.
Yeah, it feels very hard to believe.
But then again, you know, hats go like here. So ears should be higher. Maybe I put them in the wrong place. Between the eyes and the nose line. No, I did what they said.
When it's on the outside of the circle?
Yeah, their ears.
That makes sense.
Shading for depth. Add shading to the face to show light and shadow. Look at your reference photo. Shade the eye sockets under the nose. Okay, let's do some shading. I don't know the first thing about shading, so I'm just gonna add stuff.
Just make him shady.
You know what? Yeah.
Just make him looks like he just stole something. I don't know.
Yeah, more tired. A little more. Where else does shading exist? Yeah, this is actually really useful to have reference photos. Who would have thought?
You're doing it now, I get it. It's adding shape to it.
Yeah. I don't really know.
Definitely adding some shape.
Okay, cool. That looks like something, no?
Yeah, it's like where the mouth comes out, you know? I'm looking at my own face in the thing and I get it.
Cool. So now, how do you feel about, should we try this out, but on a canvas with some paint?
Boom, shakalaka.
That's scary. That's scary, no?
Yeah, that sounds really permanent. But is that the task?
Yeah, let's do it. You know what? Let's do it.
Oh my God. I'm nervous and excited. Does that make sense?
Now that we've had 2 practice runs. It's time for the big leagues. Are you ready?
Pumped. Damn straight I'm ready.
So first things first, we need an oval, an egg-shaped oval. Pretty good. Little crooked. They fell when they were 3. 1 across down the middle, 1 down, 1 on either side. Cool. Feeling like we're learning.
We're definitely learning.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm reading a book right now on flow state. I know it's like a real like
By Mikolai.
yeah, Michele Kakar.
Yeah.
But it's interesting how like an important ingredient to get in there is like it has to be a little bit of a challenge. It has to be that perfect amount of outside of your comfort zone, but not too like defeating in difficulty. But like that's how to get there.
Makes complete sense.
Zach Hicks said, I swear to God, that looks exactly like my dad. Do you mean this, or this?
Is it Bob Backlund or the sketch?
All right, let's do the eyes first, where we keep them about 1 eye width apart. Bottoms are a little more shallow than the top. And we darken top, although I should do that with paint since this is a painting. Do a little dark and big circle, little circle, little circle. Then nose is the line between the eyes. This is where I'm not totally sure what happens, but let's say the nostrils go at the ends. Maybe that's what I missed before. And then from there, kind of curve. No, there's no way that's right. Zach said the new one. So this looks exactly like your dad.
I think he was maybe the one on the right, the newest one.
This is the newest one. That's crazy, man. Cool. I'll give it to you. You can give it to him. Tell him your friend made a portrait for him. I don't know if that's how noses are. Okay, and then for the mouth, what was it? It was a curved line with an N, and then another little curve the other way. Okay, this is coming together. We're getting good at this.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah.
It is crazy. You know how like on the Canadian map, like all of the population is along the bottom?
Yeah.
The faces are similar. There's a lot of unexplored real estate up here.
Very true. On the top, the forehead.
I'm gonna start putting some paint. I don't know why this lesson told me to get a photo of Bob Backlund.
No, it didn't. Are you serious? Look at the evolution. One guy looks clueless. The other guy looks clueless too.
Yeah, I mean, they're all pretty frightening. The new one is also a replica of your mom? That's a replica of my mom, I swear on my dad. Oh, this one, the one I'm doing looks just like your mom? Cool. This looks just like Zach's mom and this looks just like Zach's dad. And when you put these two together, you make a baby like this. That's my mom when she was 30.
Hilarious.
So how do we mix a base skin tone using a combination of red, yellow, white, and a small amount of blue or brown? But do we really have to do that if we're using watercolors? Let's see. Let's try it their way to start.
Okay, I'm watching.
We're gonna take some red. Oh, let me move it into sight. Jonny, thank you so much for stopping by.
Man, it was fun. I loved it.
Welcome to your debut of the club. I hope to see you again soon.
Love it, man. And you know what? I don't know if you can see this.
Well, I just see space now. I saw it for a split second, but now it's outer space.
Okay.
Hold it up in front of you, maybe. Yeah. I mean, the globe looks awesome.
Fuck, sorry, dude.
No worries.
Stupid filter on.
Send me a picture after. I'll take a look.
Yeah, I will send you a photo for sure. I don't know why you even have this stupid space behind me.
Jonny.
But quite frankly, it's really embarrassing. Anyways, thank you. Dr. Lemco,
Yes, sir.
feeling better already.
Hell yeah. I'll speak to you soon, bud.
You got it, man. Thank you.
So it said to use, where am I? Red, yellow. We've mixed red and yellow. Also, kind of fucked up that this is teaching me how to mix skin tone. Well, like, what skin tone are we going for here? It does not specify. I'm sure I can guess. White and a small amount of blue or brown. I don't think I made enough, but story of my life. All right, there we go. I probably should have done this one in pencil, just because these lines are gonna stay here forever now. That's all right. It adds to the aesthetic. It's part of the piece. Zach, let me know if I'm capturing your mom's skin color properly here. doing lessons because I want to get better. I want to learn how to do stuff. But I also don't like art when it's too good, you know? This is her 30s look when she was more yellow. What does it say next? Apply this tone evenly across the face using a medium brush. Now for layer shadows and highlights, mix a slightly darker tone for shadows under the eyes, nose, chin, and hairline. So I'm just gonna go with like a brown for that rather than mix something, because I'm a lazy artist, and try out some faces. So under the eyes, nose, chin. Under the eyes, under the eyes, under the nose, chin. Oh yeah. Apply with a smaller brush to blend into the base. Oops, should have read the whole thing. I like it though. He's got like shit on his head now too. People's faces on the metro. I'm on the metro and high. People's faces on the metro look weird. The metro's a fun place to look at faces though. There's some interesting faces out there. Mix a lighter tone, adding more white for highlights. The forehead, nose, bridge, cheekbone, and chin. Okay. Zach says my mom's ears are lower. They on her back. So we do lighter tones on the forehead. Forehead. Yeah, that is not a lighter tone. Forehead, nose bridge, cheekbones, and chin. Whoa. I think it doesn't look good by any means, but I'm definitely starting to like understand shading a bit more, I think. A tiny bit more. Okay. Now, add details. Use a fine brush for final touches. Add gloss to the lips. I'm gonna just assume that means like a blushy kind of, maybe reddish pink, pinkish red. Isn't pinkish red like a big rap singer? Okay, and I wanted to do, right, it said under the iris is where the mouth ends. Okay, what's next? Highlight the eyes with small dot of white paint. Well, I should do the black paint first before I do the white paint. Let me give some love to the eyes here. Green and hazel, should have known. A bit more green. It's getting muddy. It's getting dark in there. One is green and the other is hazel. Oh, okay, that I could do. That we can do. There's green and there's hazel. Perfect. Highlight the eyes with a small dot of white paint. Paint individual hairs for the eyebrows and loose strands and any loose strands of hair. We gotta do the white dot, little white dot, little white dot. That was way too much. I should have waited for it to dry a bit. Zach says, I want sandwich or Italy food. My mom has red hair. Okay. So I guess we'll do red hair. First, let's do the lashes. Lashes and brows. Is it like the Wendy's girl? That's what I was gonna ask. Yeah, like bright red hair. Let's go with this. Zach, what kind of hair are we talking? Long, curly hair. Lots of ringlets. Okay, good to know. Long, curly ringlets. Real long? Or is this a good length? Maybe it's all in the back. It all comes down. This is starting to look like a person. Longer? Okay, I think you could use the appearance of it. Hell yeah. Now, paint individual hairs for the eyebrows and any loose strands of hair. Is there any other hair that I'm missing? Maybe let's give a bit more like shadow to the nose and nostrils. I feel like that could use some sprucing up. And I think I gotta go more bridge focus, more bridge of the nose. Okay, that definitely wasn't the move, but we take it and we keep moving. Maybe we can cover it up. No, now the paper's just falling apart. Now we're just doing surgery. Okay, sorry for that inside burp on mic. Tips for realism. Light and shadow. Always check where the light source is in your reference and shade accordingly. So yeah, pretty accurate. Blending. Use soft strokes and blending tools for smooth transitions between tones. That would have been good to tell me before. Continuously compare your drawing to the reference. Just like my reference is literally my imagination of Zach's mom. And patience. The final tip is patience. Faces take practice. Focus on progress rather than perfection. I think that's our lesson for today. Frogs and Toads. We made, here's phase one. This is what we started with, evolved into this, and our final masterpiece. And you know what I always say? Actually, no, let's add some colors and tones to the paper. I like orange. I'm feeling orange. Just want to add a bit of just something. Spruce her up. Just spruce her up a little bit. What do we think? Anything else? Is it missing anything? What else do faces have? Again, if anyone out there is watching and knows how faces work, please feel free to chime in. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you, CB. Thank you, Zach. Thank you, Johnny. And you know what I always say? The Only difference, it's actually not dry yet, so okay. The only difference between drawing and an artwork is the signature. Let's free her. Bang. Thank you so much for tuning in. This has been Dr. Lemco's Creative Club. You could sign up at tlem.co. I hope you come hang out with me. I hope you make some stuff. Yeah, let's have some fun, folks. See you next time. Take care, everybody. Good night.
Get creative!